Yes, welcome to the next Brahmastra revision session of CA Final Audit new syllabus. So, we are going to cover up quality control chapter of CA Final Audit, which is the very first chapter in your module. Although it does not come as the very first revision video in my series, alright, but after the discussion of 700 to 706, this is what I prefer, the discussion of quality control. Now, if you see your CA Final module, this is your first chapter. And when it comes to quality control, there are two standards. One is SQC1, second one is SA 220. Coming straight to the point. Obviously, this is going to be very sensitive for your exams. But first of all, if I talk about the concept, why there are two standards, this SQC1 and SA 220. You know what? We need to play a game. Imagine that both of us are a part of very big firm. You know, there is a firm of around 20-30 partners. And both of us are a part of that firm. And I am the CEO and the managing partner. You are not the CEO or the managing partner, although you are a partner but a junior partner. You are handling some assignments. That's fine. But I am the CEO and the managing partner. Standards on quality control SQC1 gives me the guidance. It tells the CEO, the managing partner, that boss, CEO, managing partner, you need to design policies and procedures to maintain the quality of all the assignments which the firm is performing. So boss, I am going to design the policies and procedures and tell everyone in my firm that what should be the system of the firm, what should be the process of the firm in order to maintain the quality of that particular assignment. That is SQC1. Now let us talk about SA 220. See, when I say SA, means obviously it talks about audit of financial statements. Now imagine you are also a partner, you are handling audit of X Limited. So in that audit of X Limited, you will be the in charge of maintaining the quality, and you have to implement the policies and procedures of the firm at your engagement level. That is SA 220. So in audit of financial statements, engagement partner is going to implement the quality control policies and procedures. So that is SA 220. So one more time, SQC 1 is at the firm level and SA 220 is at the engagement level. SQC 1 talks about the responsibilities of CEO and the managing partner. SA 220 talks about engagement partner. In SQC 1, the firm will design the policies and procedures. In SA 220, engagement partner will implement those policies and procedures in that particular engagement level. Am I clear with this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now, how you are going to move ahead in this discussion? Let me tell you, if you hear me for about next 120 seconds, the task is going to be very simple for you in this particular chapter. There are 6 elements of quality control system. That means when these 6 elements come together, then the firm says that, okay boss, see, this is our quality control system. Okay. Now for these 6 elements, who will design the policies and procedures? The CEO and the managing partner. And how these 6 elements will be implemented in audit of financial statements, that is there in SA 220, which will just talk about responsibilities of engagement partner. So tell me, which standard will have lengthier content? SQC1, and SA 220 will be short. In fact, if you see over here also in your module, then first they are discussing about SQC1. Okay. All 6 elements have been discussed, but not from your angle, from my angle. That means as a CEO or the managing partner, what will be my responsibility and how to design the firm's policies, procedures and stuff. And then after that is over, you will see SA 220. In SA 220, again they are discussing those 6 elements. But how to implement that in the audit of financial statements and what will be the responsibility of the engagement partner, that is discussed at the engagement level over there. And after these 6 elements are over, Then you will see some little bit practical discussion, more practical discussion on various quality review mechanisms. I'll talk about that in the last 2 minutes. All right. So everyone over here, 6 elements in SQC1, policies and procedures to be designed and established by the CEO and the managing partner. 6 elements, engagement partner, how you are going to implement in your audit of financial statements. So obviously now look at my notes. First element, SQC1, what is given in SQC1, what is given in SA 220. Second element, what is given in SQC1, what is given in SA 220. Third element, fourth element, fifth element, sixth element. Done! That is how smartly we cover this particular standard. So everyone over here. First, the very first element that comes on your screen is leadership responsibility. Who will be the leader for quality of overall firm? CEO, managing partner. Who will be the leader of a particular audit engagement? Engagement partner. Look at this, SQC1. Leadership responsibilities for quality within the firm. Leadership responsibilities for quality within the firm. The CEO, managing partner shall assume ultimate leadership responsibilities for quality within the firm. All policies and procedures shall be designed keeping in view the following considerations. Now, SQC1 is telling me, Pragnesh, the CEO managing partner, please maintain code in your leadership responsibilities. That means when the CEO managing partner is designing all policies and procedures, he should keep one thing in mind, that commercial considerations are not above quality. That means quality is above commercial considerations. Second, all the operational leaders, see, as a managing partner, I will select the operational leaders. No? When I am selecting the operational leaders, I need to ensure that they have appropriate competence, capabilities and stuff. Then boss, I'm not just supposed to keep talking. I need to also ensure that there are enough resources to maintain the quality, right? I should also devote resources to maintain the quality. I should have training sessions. I should have employees, articles, people, assistants, all right. Then, in all my policies and procedures, I should as a leader demonstrate commitment to quality. I should as a leader demonstrate commitment to quality. So everyone, as a leader, I need to consider code for maintaining quality within the firm. So you get your 4 marks for leadership responsibility for quality within the firm. Operational leaders are the leaders who are looking after every single operation. Firm has so many operations, admin operations, assignment to be handled, so many operations, HR head and stuff. Okay. Now, this was a doubt for live students attending. SA 220 for quality within the audit. The engagement partner will be responsible for quality within the audit. Now don't think from my angle, think from your angle as if you are handling an audit team of 10-15 people. What should be your actions and messages? Everyone over here. Engagement partner should be responsible for quality of each audit engagement assigned to him. The actions and messages of the engagement partner. Engagement partner, your actions and messages should stress upon IQ. As an engagement partner, you need to tell your audit team about IQ. About importance of, I for importance of, CAT. C for compliance. Tell your team that behave in a manner that complies with professional and legal standards. Ensure that procedures are performed in a manner that complies with firm's quality control policies and procedures. A for, we need to make such an A for appropriate audit report. That report, has no risk. So basically, it should have, the risk should be minimum, right? Audit risk. Then, team, don't worry. You can raise your concerns without fear. I am here, dear. Don't fear. Okay. Then Q for quality is essential. I know it is very difficult to buy at this. Why? Because in practical life, your partners are actually not giving you such actions and messages. But currently, we need to stick to the book. So everyone over here, as a CEO managing partner, think about COD. As an engagement partner, IQ, and I, importance of CAT, and Q for quality is essential in audit. That's it. Your leadership responsibilities are done. Leadership responsibility for quality within the firm will be the CEO managing partner. Leadership responsibility for quality within the audit will be the engagement partner. One element is done. Second, E for ethical requirements. Now, when it comes to ethical requirements, more content is there in SQC1. Everyone is aware about fundamental principles of professional ethics, which are discussed in professional ethics chapter also. Integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, professional competence, due care, professional behavior. All of these fundamental principles, for all of these fundamental principles, as a leader, I should ensure that across my firm, the personals are following ethical requirements. Everyone over here, look at the English please. Firm CEO, managing partner shall establish policies and procedures to ensure that firm's personnel comply with relevant ethical requirements. And when I am developing the policies and procedures, for fundamental principles of professional ethics, I should be worried about spam. Spam? Yeah. S for spreading awareness. Through my policies and procedures, I should spread awareness about ethical requirements. P for there should be a process for dealing with non-compliance. If someone is not following ethical requirements, there should be a process for that. A for in my action also, the ethics should appear, right? Actions of the firm's leadership. And M for my system should be such that it should keep on monitoring compliance with ethical requirements. So one more time, when I am creating policies and procedures for compliance with ethical requirements, I need to be worried about spam. Alright, listen to me. Can I say that independence is a very important ethical requirement? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. But not in all engagements. Independence is an extremely important requirement whenever you are going to give audit and assurance service. If you are going to give consultancy service, that is not the most important requirement. So for independence, there should be separate policies and procedures. Such policies and procedures should be designed in such a manner that independence is complied. Not only designing, you should also communicate these policies and procedures to your employees, to your audit teams, to your partners. You should train them accordingly. Alright. Look at this. Communicate such policies to firm's personnel. Then your policy should be such that, boss, it is able to identify threats to independence. If I give you one practical example, in audit team, normally audit team members are not allowed to join auditee clients in the job immediately after they leave our firm. There are some restrictions to maintain the independence, boss. Normally, audit teams are not allowed to deal in the shares and securities of the listed entities of which we are conducting audit, because obviously it can compromise your independence, boss. So you should feel what you are trying to learn. Communicate such policies to firm's personnel. Identify threats to independence. And boss, who are you? You are the engagement partner. Listen, engagement partner. Yeah, hello. If you find out that your team is not complying with the independence requirements, you don't take any action. You report it to me, please. So I should develop a mechanism to report such threats to independence. Now the next couple of points are MCQ points. Please be careful. Please be careful. Listen to me. Annually, that means at least once in a year. I repeat, annually, that means at least once in a year. From all the audit teams and assurance teams, the firm should take a declaration, a signed declaration, that all the audit and assurance teams, all employees, articles, everyone involved in audit and assurance teams, please give a declaration that you are complying with firm's policies and procedures for independence. Look at this. Obtain annual confirmation from all assurance teams that they are complying with firm's policies and procedures on independence. One more MCQ point. In case of listed entities, it is mandatory to rotate the engagement partner at least once in 7 years. As per Companies Act, a partnership firm can conduct audit of listed entity for 10 years, 5 years into 2 times 10 years. But the engagement partner must be rotated at least once in 7 years. You know what? This has been one of their favorite question in exams. It has already been asked in July 21 attempt. And this particular point has been one of their favorite for MCQs, even in the old course. Obviously, it is going to remain relevant in the new course also. So these are the ethical requirements as per SQC 1. The firm shall design the policies and procedures for these things. As an engagement partner, what will be your responsibility? As an engagement partner, your responsibility will be first to find out whether there are any threats to independence, threats to compliance with ethical requirements. If there are such threats, then you relax. You please don't take any unilateral action. You will have to report to the relevant person within the firm, and then both of us will decide and take appropriate action. Please remember this for MCQ, that the engagement partner himself is not authorized to take actions. Engagement partner shall report to the appropriate persons within the firm, and then the firm and the partner shall decide appropriate action. I hope I'm clear with this. I hope you are understanding that how content is different when it comes to SQC1 and SA220. So SA220 is dependent upon SQC1. So you should first always study SQC1 and then side by side study SA220. Alright. L for leadership responsibilities is over. E for ethical requirements is over. 6 elements are le ahem. A for acceptance and continuance of client relationship and engagement. Listen to me very carefully. Whether to accept a particular client or not, whether to reject a particular client or not, whether to continue with a particular client or not, these are firm's decisions, not engagement partners' decisions. So, with respect to client and engagement, acceptance and continuance, all of these decisions will be covered in SQC1. I will talk about what will be the role of engagement partner, but first please understand what is given in SQC1. I am Pragnesh and I am the CEO and the managing partner of the firm. I need to design the policies and procedures. First, to decide whether a client should be accepted or not. Now, whenever you are going to accept a client or even your life partner, there are 3 factors to be considered. Never forget that. First, please evaluate the other person's honesty. Alright. Second, then evaluate yourself also. Today, if Anushka Sharma is ready to marry me, I am not going to accept that marriage, not because I have doubts over Anushka Sharma. I have doubts over myself. I know that I cannot handle her. Right. So first is evaluate the integrity of the client. Second, evaluate your own resources, competence, capabilities. And third, decide whether both of you will be able to stay with each other or not. Compatibility, compliance with ethical requirements. Are you getting my point? So everyone over here, firm shall establish policies and procedures to determine client engagement acceptance factors to be considered, integrity of the client, firm's resources and capabilities, and compliance with ethical requirements. Now listen to me very carefully. All of these 3 can be asked as a separate examination question also. That is why what I have done is, in short, I have written some hints over here. So if they talk about integrity of the client, how to analyze integrity of the client? Based upon their business, based upon their reputation, based upon their history, then your own firm's resources, competence, capabilities, knowledge, skill, experience, ability. Then in case of ethical requirements, independence, there should be no conflict of interest. So if you want these 3 points, you can read once from the module in little bit more detail. Alright. Then, after deciding the acceptance, the next decision in life is whether you want to continue with this person or not. See, when we talk about continuance, please understand that these 3 points will be re-evaluated. Second year onwards, these 3 points will be re-evaluated. Plus, we will also think whether there has been any limitation on scope of audit imposed by management and those charged with governance. If there has been a limitation on scope of the assignment, then in that case, we may decide about withdrawal from the engagement. You know what, my dear friends, there should be a standard policy for breakups also. Keep a very standard policy. See, whenever you want to break up, discuss with the other person why you want to leave. Then decide whatever are your responsibilities with respect to your breakup, fulfill them. And also maintain documentation of your last memories. So look at this. Firm shall establish withdrawal policies and procedures that are to be followed in case of withdrawal. In November 22, they had asked a question about withdrawal policies and procedures. For writing these many points over here, only these short points, students were getting 3 out of 5 marks and stuff. Withdrawal policies and procedures. Whenever you talk about withdrawal, there is always a point of discussing the matter with management and DCWG, considering and fulfilling your professional and legal responsibilities, and then documenting whatever are the significant discussions that took place during a withdrawal stage. Alright, so these are the points when it comes to client or engagement acceptance and continuance. Client or engagement acceptance and continuance. What will be the role of engagement partner over here in case of audit of financial statements? Listen, engagement partner, you can't decide whether to accept a client or not. All of those decisions will be taken by the firm's leadership. What will be your role? Your role will be to obtain the information from the firm about that particular client. Whenever we had accepted the client, we would have already taken some information. You please go through those files. and you let us know whether our decision to accept this particular audit is proper or not. And if you feel that we shouldn't have accepted this particular client, then you inform it to us. You yourself cannot decide about withdrawal. Engagement partner shall review the information of the client or engagement obtained from firm's policies and procedures. Engagement partner shall determine whether conclusions reached regarding acceptance continuance are appropriate or not. If you have any adverse findings, if you feel that this client shouldn't have been accepted, then in that case you please report to the relevant persons within the firm, and then we will take appropriate action. Please understand, this can also be one of your MCQ, that engagement partner himself cannot decide about withdrawal. I hope I've made myself very clear. Yes. L for leadership responsibilities, E for ethical requirements, A for acceptance and continuance, then H for human resource. See, when it comes to human resource, I will wind up this point in about 60 to 90 seconds. When it comes to human resource, there is no point in essay 220. There is just one line, that is why I've written it over here. Why? Because every engagement team will not have its own human resource department. Human resource department will be common for the entire firm, right? So there is a point only in SQC 1 that firm should establish policies and procedures to ensure that human resource management. First of all, the human resource itself should be CCC, competent, capable, and it should show commitment to quality. You know, my HR should get me such persons, such employees and articles who have lots of CCC. I hope the C that you are reading over here and not the C that you are thinking. All right. Then, when it comes to HR department, I should have some policies of recruitment, training, compensation and stuff. These are HR issues. And in very big firms, you know, like Big Fours and stuff, deciding who will be the engagement partner, giving the role to the engagement partner, all of this is also done by the head HR. So with respect to engagement partner, HR policy shall consider whether engagement partner has necessary CCC and his role is also clearly defined. And in essay 220, there is just one line that whatever audit team members have been given to you, you are the engagement partner. At least evaluate those members, whether the audit team itself has appropriate competence and capabilities or not. But no need to by heart that particular line. So L for leadership responsibilities is over, E for ethical requirements, A for acceptance and continuance, H for human resource, and now comes one more E, engagement performance. Boss, I am the CEO and the managing partner. In my firm, there are so many assignments. You know, there is audit, there is review, there are other assurance engagements, there are other services. For across all of these engagements, I need to ensure that, boss, there are some strict, clear policies and procedures to brief the engagement teams. That means the teams are briefed properly, explained properly what is their role. Then, I should have the policies and procedures so that all my teams get proper consultation either within the firm or outside the firm on difficult matters. Then I should ask all of my firm members to have clear policies on documentation. Documentation is very important. You have seen that in your articleship, right? Then if at all across my firm there is a difference of opinion, then I should organize a fight club match. No. Then there has to be some policy and the procedure. For example, if two junior partners have a difference of opinion, then the senior partner or the managing partner will decide on it. That can be one of the example over here. So it's that there should be a policy and procedure even for differences of opinion. Then the most important point in order to improve the engagement performance is EQCR, engagement quality control review. Let me tell you, this is very sensitive. It has always been one of their favorite in exams, and that is the reason I would like to go a little slow over here. After that, there is only a little discussion left. Engagement quality control review. First of all, what is this engagement quality control review? Listen to me. If ABC firm is the auditor of X Limited, and if X Limited is a listed entity, CAA is the engagement partner, and CAA also has his audit team, can I say as an engagement partner, before signing the report, obviously CAA would have reviewed the work of his team? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. That is normal partner review. But what is engagement quality control review? Engagement quality control review is nothing but an additional review of the work performed by audit team. Sir, that means either Mr. B or Mr. C, that means someone other than the engagement partner, will review the work performed by the engagement team. Such kind of process is mandatory only in case of audit of listed entities. Voluntarily, auditor may apply in case of unlisted entities. Voluntarily, auditor may apply in case of unlisted entities. But $1,000,000 question is, who can conduct this engagement quality control review? I gave you one option, a partner other than engagement partner. Second option, some senior experienced person of the firm can also do it. Yes, even though that person is an employee, still he can do it. Third option, if you think that what if auditor is a proprietor and stuff, then suitably qualified external person can also do it. Fourth option, that in case of Big Four there is a team of individuals which is headed by chartered accountant. Alright, that is also fine. Hello, but obviously the engagement quality control reviewer should be a chartered accountant, huh? And should have that much experience that he can act as an engagement partner. And in case of a team, every team member may not be a chartered accountant but should be headed by chartered accountant. Now listen to me. In the new syllabus module, there is a superb question that engagement quality control reviewer, EQCR, must maintain his objectivity. I repeat, EQCR must maintain his objectivity. That means he must ensure that he remains unbiased. What is the question? I will tell you. This is the case study, and the engagement partner continuously seeks the guidance of engagement quality control reviewer. Imagine you are asking the examiner to help you in writing your paper. Come on, man, that is not going to work. So boss, engagement quality control reviewer cannot participate in the audit, right? Because he has to review the work. So that is one point, that engagement quality control reviewer must maintain his objectivity. What is the role of engagement quality control reviewer? Boss, engagement quality control reviewer will come at the very end of the audit, and he is going to review selected documentation. He is going to review significant judgments. He is going to review at the end, the draft report and the draft financial statements which are prepared at the very end. Then listen to me very carefully. Engagement quality control reviewer will also review independence compliance by the audit team. That means whether the engagement partner had actually assessed the independence of the team and whether the team has actually complied with that or not, this will also be reviewed. Now this has been one of their favorite question in the old course, can be repeated in the new course also, that this is the role of engagement quality control reviewer as well as the engagement partner. Engagement partner will check the independence of the team, and engagement quality control reviewer will review the independence compliance that the team has maintained. Engagement partner cannot deny to show these documents to engagement quality control reviewer. Listen to me for one more point. Engagement partner cannot reduce his responsibility because of engagement quality control review. Just because there is one more person who is doing engagement quality control review, that does not mean that engagement partner can reduce his responsibilities. And let me tell you that in case of listed entities, EQCR must be completed before audit report is signed. EQCR must be completed before the audit report is signed. I hope I've made myself very, very clear over here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what will be the role of engagement partner? You engagement partner. As per SA 220. First of all, you should do enough DSR of your team, direction, supervision and review of your team. Second, if your team is worried about certain matters, then you should give them proper consultation. Engagement partner shall determine whether there is a need to obtain consultation. And boss, it is your responsibility to ensure that engagement quality control reviewer is timely appointed. Let me tell you, if I forget to appoint engagement quality control reviewer, you will remind me. Alright. Determine whether EQCR has been appointed, and till the time EQCR is not completed, you cannot date the auditor's report. I hope I have made myself very, very clear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Le ahem. L-E-A-H-E is done. We move to the very, very last component, that is monitoring. Was I am worried whether my whole firm is following this particular system or not. So I should monitor whether all my policies, procedures are relevant, adequate, and they are operating effectively. So this is monitoring of my own quality control system. And when I am deciding about monitoring, there are certain factors to be considered. Because when I am thinking about monitoring my entire firm's systems, I should be worried of incorporating new developments. What if there is a new index, new essays and stuff? Then I should be thoughtful. Is there any complaint against my firm? I should deal with the complaints and allegations also of my firm. Then boss, if my firm has committed some errors, then obviously I should take some remedial action also, some resolving action also over there. Listen to me, in big firms, after the entire monitoring is over, then the CEO and the managing partner comes out with results of monitoring. So I will publish the results. You as an engagement partner should go through those results. In those results, you should check whether there is any negative comment on your team. In those results, you should check whether there is any new procedure to be adopted. So engagement partner shall evaluate the results of firm's monitoring process and take necessary corrective action. Example, updating audit procedures. So as I showed it to you in the beginning, the 6 elements of quality control system lay ahem. In SQC1 we are designing it, and in SA 220 engagement partner is just implementing that at the audit engagement level. That is over. What is the extra thing that you need to do from the module? 2 things. First, you need to read the difference between SQC1 and SA 220. Let me tell you, I have already taught you the difference. That SQC1 is at the firm level, SA 220 is the audit engagement level. But you know what? Still, at least once you should officially read this difference. Okay? You will easily understand it, don't worry. After that, there are quality control mechanisms given. See, please understand, SQC1 and SA 220 is internally how the firm maintains the quality. But externally, who checks that? Who checks? Who investigates the firm? First is peer review board by the ICAI. ICAI has created a separate peer review board. Peer review means the work of one practicing CA will be checked by his peer, that means another practicing CA. The ICAI maintains a peer review board where practicing CAs can register as an examiners and check the work of other practicing CAs. But the most important MCQ level question is that in case of peer review, we focus only on assurance assignments. That means peer review board can select you and check whether your assurance engagements have been done properly or not. After that, just read once, you will get an idea. Second, quality review board. Quality review board has been set up by central government, not by the ICAI. Although quality review board is also part of CA Act 1949, but it has been set up by central government. Quality review board focuses on quality of statutory auditors and no other CA. Only the statutory auditors of some selected assignments. That's it. Once you read once, you will get an idea. In peer review, quality review, they keep on saying whether the quality is proper or not, whether professional, ethical, technical standards have been complied or not. All right. Only one paragraph they have given. Then the most important MCQ level question. Listen to me very carefully. Third is National Financial Reporting Authority. National Financial Reporting Authority has been set up under Companies Act 2013 to investigate the accounts and audit quality of some selected companies only. I repeat one more time. National Financial Reporting Authority can investigate accounts and audit of some selected companies only. Which companies? They have given a list over here. Actually, there are 5 to 6 types of companies, but they have given only 3. Listed companies, insurance companies, and banking companies. Listed companies, insurance companies, and banking companies. Now listen to me very carefully. For these 3 companies, only National Financial Reporting Authority can investigate the quality of accounts and audit. Peer review board can always investigate here because peer review board is created by the ICA. What I want to say is that for these 3 companies, the audit quality cannot be examined by quality review board. Quality review board cannot examine the audit quality of these 3 companies because it falls under the jurisdiction of National Financial Reporting Authority. Quality review board can examine only and only if National Financial Reporting Authority has asked quality review board to specifically do so. So remember one English line. Quality review board cannot examine the quality of audit of such companies which are covered under NFRA jurisdiction unless otherwise referred by NFRA to do so. I want a confirmation. Are you clear with this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And after that, this chapter gets over. There are some case study based MCQs and some normal MCQs and the questions. If you go through this immediately after the lecture is over, I am for sure confident that you will be able to understand. Thank you so much.